Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone on Facebook Live, and welcome everyone here streaming live on the Daily Antidote of Song. This is Alternate Roots Week, and I'm so excited to be hosting. My name is Elise Witt. I'm coming to you from the occupied lands of the Choctaw and Cherokee Creek Nations. I'm in Pine Lake, Georgia. And I'm excited today to introduce two of my wonderful friends, beloved friends from Mississippi, Carlton and Maurice Turner. I'll say more about them in just a moment, but first I want to say hello to everyone here. Welcome, welcome, Becky, and welcome Al and Carolyn and Amanda, Carol and Ann in Blacksburg, Virginia. Roots members, welcome Susan and Dally and Thomasina. Welcome Dan, Indiana, Virginia. Welcome Mabel in Massachusetts with her bear. Welcome Sheila in Florida, Sherry in New Hampshire, Susan and Sarah in Texas, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Carolyn in Idaho, Caroline in D.C., Cricket, hello in Oneonta, New York, near where I lived when I was a little kid, and Christiana and Bob, and welcome to Deb in Silver Spring, Maryland. Welcome Carol in Connecticut, Dennis in Victoria. Hello Arlene in California, Fred in Silver Spring, Lucy in Milwaukee, and Harriet in Illinois, and Annette and Luda in Victoria, Anne and Fraser in Macon, Georgia, LMG. Welcome Carolyn Renee in Atlanta, Georgia, also an Alternate Roots member and former executive director of Alternate Roots. Welcome Nancy and Leslie and Martha and Tom. Welcome Storm and Leslie and Ruth and Paula, one of our Daily Antidote Roots singers, and Jane in Maryland, and Kat in Vermont, and Marcia Dale. I hope I got everyone as the squares keep jumping in. Welcome, welcome everyone. Welcome to Roots Week at the Daily Antidote of Song. Woohoo! Welcome everyone. It's so good to be here with you again on day 4 of Roots Week at the Daily Antidote of Song. I am really thrilled to introduce to you. It turns out it's going to be in 3 weeks is going to be our 20th anniversary of knowing each other. Maurice and Carlton Turner from Mississippi. They also have a second home here in Pine Lake, Georgia. When Carlton was the director of Alternate Roots, and the office was here in Atlanta, his office was here in Pine Lake, Georgia. So they are my brothers, my friends, and incredible musicians and activists. And we'll talk some more about their wonderful work. But let's hear their song. That is a song that has been a favorite of mine for as long as since they wrote it. So without further ado, Maurice and Carlton Turner, turning it over to you.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello. We bring you greetings. Someone asked where in Mississippi. We bring you greetings from Utica, Mississippi, which is on unceded Quapaw, Natchez, and Choctaw land. And our family's been here in this community for 8 generations. Yes, yes. We'll get right into it. This is a song, as they say, a oldie but a goodie. And this Maurice wrote this song. I don't remember the year. I wrote it in 2004 at an XCOM meeting. When it was in, where were we at? I have no idea. That was the first time in I can't remember when it was. So we need that audio up just a little bit. We need the audio up. Okay, we can do that. Someone asked if we could speak up a little. Okay, you filibuster while I fix that. All right, I'm supposed to filibuster while he's working on the audio. It's great to see so many faces out there. Carolyn, hadn't seen Carolyn in a very long time. We can't see all the faces because we're operating on 2 different screens, but we did hear a call out and shout out to some Roots folks that we know. I think Carol in Blacksburg. Is that a little bit better with the audio? Is the audio better?
Yeah, they're doing good.
Awesome. So yeah, this song was written in 2004 at an XCOM meeting. I remember it being written on Valentine's Day. So it was about love, but it was a existential kind of love, which meant, I was making it to where it could talk about a romantic love, universal love, social love, every kind of love. So we can teach you the words real quick. It goes, I know love is what we need more of. Peace will surely follow love. Whatever the problem, I know we can solve them. You know, and I know. And so I know we all know that's a lot of words. So we can try it.
We're gonna sing it.
We're gonna sing it.
We're gonna sing the song, and then we'll. By the time we get to the end,
you'll be able to
you all
join
be
in.
singing with us.
Yes. So 1, 2, 1. 'Cause I know love is what we need more of. Peace will surely follow love. Whatever the problem, I know we can solve them. You know and I know. Love is what we need more of. Peace will surely follow love. Whatever the problem, I know we can solve them. You know and I know. What would you demand? What would you fight for?
What would you fight for?
A world without poverty, or a world under your control.
Under your control.
Children smiling hand in hand. No thoughts of shades of skin. Babies growing up.
Babies growing up.
Hating the skin they're in. But I know love is what we need more of.
Peace will surely follow love.
Peace will surely follow love.
Whatever the problem.
Whatever the problem.
I know we can solve them.
I know we can solve them.
You know and I know.
You know and I know. Love is what we need more of. Peace will surely follow love. Whatever the problem, I know we can solve them. You know and I know. Food, clothes, and shelter for all.
For all.
Or over excessive wants for some.
For some.
A world full of intelligence. Or a world that is kept dumb.
That is kept so dumb.
The masses are fed up. Convinced there's just no hope. For a world with no war and no hate is far beyond what we all can dream of. But I know love is what we need more of. Peace will surely follow love. Whatever the problem, I know we can solve them. You know and I know. Love is what we need more of.
Love is what we need more of.
Peace will surely follow love. Whatever the problem, I know we can solve them. You know and I know. Due to an absence of love, images can't be formed of utopia.
Utopia.
Is there hope for a race of beings that can love? Why would I kill for money if everything was free?
Everything in life was just free.
Like life was meant to be.
Life was meant
for
to be.
you and for me.
You and for me.
You know that I know that you know that I know. Love is what we need more of. Peace will surely follow love. Whatever the problem, I know we can solve them. You know and I know. Love is all we need more of. Peace will surely follow love. Whatever the problem, I know we can solve them. You know and I know. Love is what we need more of. Peace will surely follow love. Whatever the problem, I know we can solve them. You know and I know. Cool.
Oh
So,
yeah.
it was written in
Thank you.
2004, and it was written from the deepest place in my heart. Alternate Roots has always spurred love, and I was brought into it with love, and I'm still remaining in love. So I missed them. I miss Alternate Roots so much. I miss all of y'all. It's been so long since I've been physically in the space with Carlton a little bit more because he was the executive director at the point. But I've missed a lot due to a lot of health issues. So
Well, thank
I'm
you.
glad to be able to have this community in my family.
Thank you for being here today, and it's so good to see you, even if it's just in a little rectangle. Um, I wanted to say one thing about what I've so admired about the two of you since meeting you 20 years ago. And I think it really comes down to your roots. Having a dad that was from urban New York and a mom from rural Mississippi, and that combination um, is something that I think we're missing these days. There's so much, so many of us now living in the city. I think in the 70s is when we tipped over into more than half of the world living in urban communities. And um, can we talk a little bit about SIP culture and what you are doing down there in Utica, Mississippi?
Yeah. Um, so I left Roots in 2018. In
You left as
2007,
director, you didn't leave roots.
I didn't leave Roots. I didn't leave Roots.
Step
I
down.
ceased to be employed by the organization in 2018 after working with the organization, being brought into the organization both by Carolyn, first by Carolyn Morris being brought into the organization through
Missing
the
reference.
artisan Moss, her connecting us, seeing us at some poetry spots around town in Jackson, connecting us to artists in New Orleans, John Grimsley and Jose Torres Tama, who got us connected to the Artisan Moss Festival back in 2001 in New Orleans. There we met folks like John O'Neill and M.K. Wegman and Lisa Mount and Alice Lovelace and so many other artists, Kathy Randalls, so many of the Kalamu Ya Salam, so many folks. And we then were invited by Carolyn and Alice Lovelace to come to the Alternate Roots meeting. And that year it was in Camp Mishimakwa in North Carolina, Batcave. And that was in 2001. And we went there and there's so much story between then and now, but um, ended up working for the organization. Carolyn brought me on as a regional development director in 2004, and then I became the executive director in 2009 and worked there until 2018. So about 14 years worked for the organization and had been really eager to return my energies back to my home community where I had never left.
Oh,
Um, raised my family here, and my mother is still here, my sisters and cousins and nieces and aunts and nephews and the whole nine. And we're really interested in trying to figure out how to use the skills and really the education that we were provided through Alternate Roots and understanding how to do equitable based community development work using arts and culture. And for us, that expanded into agriculture as well. So we created SIP Culture, which is our government name is the Mississippi Center for Cultural Production.
The government name.
But we call ourselves SIP Culture, and the intent is to provide comprehensive community cultural development for our community of Utica. We work in a hyperlocal scale, working in Utica. We have a three space campus with a artist residency house that we have in Utica, in the town center, that we operate an artist residency out of. We invite artists to come and work with us. We invite artists to come and develop their own work. We do commissioning, and we have another 4,000 square foot building on Main Street that we're turning into a commercial kitchen and cultural center. And that's in development now. And we also have 17 acres of green space that we've converted into a community farm. Right now, we're growing food on about 2/3 of an acre, but that will expand over the next year to farming about 2 acres of land. We have a small farm apprentice program where we're training young black farmers in sustainable agriculture on an 18-month fellowship. We right now have a staff of 10, and it's just every day we're in it. Food and story is our main calling. And we're really activating research projects, activating performances, and we're working now with the town to produce a homecoming festival in 2023. So it's a lot, it's a lot of work, but it's beautiful work, and it's the work that I think Roots prepared us for for now 20 years of education within the framework of Alternate Roots, teaching us, growing our networks of artists and relationships with people like yourself and others who have contributed so much to our growth and development as individuals, our artistic growth and development, but also our understanding of how to do this work in community with integrity and sustainability.
And
I have to add that my grandfather will be very proud of him because his garden is fabulous down there. He has 2 spaces where the food is just like it's growing. It's in multitude and plentitude. So my grandfather would be proud of him.
And I just wanted to say that your whole family's involved. I mean, Brandy, your wife is director. What kind of director?
Brandy's the co-director. She runs most of the artistic programs and a lot of the operations. I'm running the other part, the agriculture and all the fundraising and partnerships, and even our son Jonathan, who you know of as Un Poquito Explosiones, who graduated from college last May of 2020. Is working with us as an administrative assistant, just using some of his skills and getting in the mix. So it is definitely family. My sister, who has a PhD in agriculture, has been a consultant for us and really helping us understand how to engage with the community college community and Alcorn State University and some of the extension programs through our agriculture work. So it's a lot. We're managing a lot of different pieces, but again, this work has been so inspired and informed by all the things that we've learned in Roots. I think the work with the resources for social change, the work of just hosting and being engaged in the annual meeting, even the governance structure of finances and everything layout has been really informative in our work.
We had a question in the chat about the plants that you're actually growing. Do you want to say a little bit about that?
Sure. So currently we're harvesting green tomatoes, ripe tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. We're harvesting yellow neck squash. We're harvesting bell peppers, cayenne peppers, 3 different types of cucumbers, and we're getting ready to start harvesting our Mississippi pink-eye purple hull peas and California black-eye peas.
But he also had blueberry
We also
bushes.
have blueberries. Yeah.
You have some corn.
We have corn. We have corn that's growing. We have some zucchini that's growing. We have okra that's growing, but it hadn't started production yet.
Yeah.
And cantaloupe.
We had an interesting question from Christiana and Bob asking if you also run a cooperative bank.
No, we do not.
Not
We
yet.
have a credit union in our community. We're working with a lot of different financial institutions to understand what does it mean to have community ownership, especially as we try to work to redevelop this community together. The work that we're doing with SIP Culture started and has continued on a trek of using community-centered design as the format for how we're developing the spaces. So we're working with the community team now to inform the development of our Main Street space. And we're working with the Community Development Corporation called Olympic Community Development, which is based out of New Orleans. They work with nonprofits to help build out spaces. And in fact, Junebug Productions is in one of their spaces down in New Orleans.
Can you talk a little bit about the performance side, the artistic side of your work? Um,
Well, Sip culture. Right now, we were able to move over the course of the last 7 months through the pandemic. We were able to move about $500,000 to artists in a five-state region: Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, Tennessee, and Alabama, to both small to artists and small arts organizations. And that was basically COVID relief funding. We also are working right now to announce we'll be working with 11 artists through our Rural Performance Production Lab. So we created a program really to support the development of artists that are coming from rural communities and developing their work. We have advisors that work with them. All of them come from the Roots community. So it's Nick Sly, Millicent Johnny, Stephanie McKee, and Clyde Valentine from SMU are our advisors, and we work with artists. We provide them with a $10,000 fellowship and 18 months of support and a 3-week residency at our residency house in Utica. And that's part of our work in helping to commission and develop new work from our rural areas in the Deep South. We also work with artists to produce what we call community impact residencies, which are focusing on helping to advance SIP culture and the work that's happening in Utica. So that's where one residency program is about supporting artists in their own work. The other residency program, which is all together, works with artists that are supporting SIP culture in our development and to expand the way that we work in community.
that's
And then
amazing and wonderful.
we hosted a lot of different events.
I was just wondering about your own, like with all the work that you're doing, what about your own artistic expression? Are you all still
Yeah.
writing music, playing music?
You want to talk about your work?
Well, I'm in a never-ending project, never-ending um, album that I've been trying to finish called Love Bomb. It's finished, but I just haven't put it out. But I'm also working on 3 other albums right now. So another jazz album, a kind of R&B, kind of hip hop kind of thing going on, and finishing my first jazz album. So I mean, I got like 4 albums in the work right now, with 2 of them being finished. Not finding a way to put them out yet, but they're done. So the music is done. It's just about finding a way to put it out. And then I'm playing every day for the most part. I'm still recording. I haven't been doing any gigging. The last gig I did was with a brass band that I was playing with, and that was a little while back. So I haven't been really playing out, but I play here. I have local concerts
Hyper
for
local.
myself.
Well, get those
I've
albums
been
out because I think you have a big audience following here that would like to buy those albums. So get them out
Yes,
somehow.
that's the way to
We'll
do it.
talk. Let's talk some more about that.
Yes, yes,
I've
I would
been
appreciate it.
working. I've been doing mostly writing projects. Contributed to several books, and the main project I've been working on is a project with a theater company out of Minneapolis called Pangea World Theater. A couple, Meena Natharajan and Dipanka Mukherjee, we've been working on now for about 8 years on a project called River Souls, which looks at the relationship between Asian American, South Asian communities and African American communities, looking specifically at race and identity and culture and faith. We've been touring, kind of like doing our research up and down the Mississippi River between Minneapolis and Mississippi, but also we've ventured to India, to their home community, to learn about the river systems and structures there and how it informs culture and community as well.
And you did
And
a
that work, we don't know what form it's going to show up in, but we did do a piece at one of the Roots weekends earlier this year, maybe late last year. I can't
I
remember.
love that. Yes. So I'm excited to see how that develops and hopefully gets out into the world.
Yes, yes.
So anything else you all want to mention before we sing your wonderful song again?
Not much. Just just be positive out there. Continue to be y'all beautiful selves, and try to project that on the rest of the world because it's in need of it. Um,
I would just say, as as much as Roots has influenced our work, and Roots is one of those organizations that if you really get into it, it really directs your life. It never leaves you, and it finds out that everything that you do is an extension of the Roots, kind of like community and influence. And you, Elise, have been an amazing influence in that
yes,
community on us. And
most definitely.
immediately from the first moment that we met you, you embraced us and welcomed us, and got us to performing in different places, and brought us to places where you were, and really just extended your community and the spaces that you were already at home in, to make those spaces home for us. And I don't think that can be that can't be you can't put that in a brochure package to say that that's what Roots is, but that's really what Roots has meant to us, is to meet people like you that have extended and expanded our circle in ways that we could never repay, or even it's beyond comprehension. But I just want to say thank you, and I love you deeply for that.
I love you
Thank
so much.
the way I've
Just
been
forever grateful for it. I remember the first thing you asked us, the first thing you asked me. I was sitting on the hill and you were in the pool. She said, "Hey, play me some swimming music." That was the first thing she said. And she saw me with my horn because I carry my horn everywhere I go. And I just started playing. And that was the first time I met Elise Witt,
well,
hanging
I
over the side of Mishimakwa.
Mishima.
Yeah, Camp Mishimakwa in Bat Cave, North Carolina. That was an amazing experience for the first time, and we felt so home there. I felt a lot of energy there, and I didn't realize until like the year after that that that's where my grandfather is from. He's from right there in Hendersonville,
Wow.
right there
wow,
in that area. And it's
wow,
like when I was feeling all this energy, and I was like, why am I feeling all this energy? I got back home and I told my mother about my experience, right? And she said, that's where your grandfather from. I said, what? I had no idea. So it was all this familial energy that was just really coursing through my body, and I had no idea that was the reason why. So
well,
it was a beautiful experience, and just a beautiful experience to meet so many different people from so many different disciplines and different cultures. We met everything from mimes to um, spoken word poetry, artists, everything. It was the whole gambit. And I'm,
yeah,
I'm very, very, very grateful for that experience and grateful to be a part of this family.
yeah, me too. And the way I've been introducing alternate roots actually this whole week is to say that it's my artistic family, and that meeting the artists that did in alternate roots and continue to meet is how I've understood how to be a full-time musician, working musician my whole life. I mean, roots is my roots. So yeah, so good to have y'all as part of that. Let's do your song again. And I want to shout out to all the Roots members that are here today. We have Anna Carroll in Blacksburg, Virginia. We have Carol and Renee Morris here in Atlanta. And I think Paula Lark is on also in Atlanta. And yeah, so welcome to everyone, and let's sing.
Cause I know love is what we need more of. Peace will surely follow love. Whatever the problem, I know we can solve them. You know, and I know love is what we need more of. Peace will surely follow love. Whatever the problem, I know we can solve them. You know, and I know love is what we need more of. Peace will surely follow love. Whatever the problem, I know we can solve them. You know, and I know time. Love is what we need more of. Peace will surely follow love. Whatever the problem, I know we can solve them. You know and know.
I know. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Thank you so much, Maurice and Carlton Turner in Utica, Mississippi from Alternate Roots. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to our folks on Facebook Live, and thanks to everyone here in the room. Thank you for Joe, who's going to meet her mom, and thank you to Aaron and Ella, who are doing our tech today. Let's just sing out our goodbyes. And I want to also thank, I forgot on Monday to thank Patton White of Beacon Dance, which is where Paula Lark was broadcasting from. And Patton is also a Roots member, dance company, and so just wanted to bring him into the room as well. So thank you and goodbye, Thomasina. So good to see you. Thank you to Becky and Al and Deli and Ann in Knoxville. She's got a long history with Mugabe as well. Susan and Sherry in New Hampshire. Sheila in Florida. Mabel and her bear in Massachusetts. Susan in Ohio. Sarah in Texas. Christiana and Bob and Cricket in upstate New York. Caroline in D.C. Carolyn in Idaho. Lucy in Milwaukee. Annette and Carol in Connecticut. Deborah also with a lot of history with Carlton and Maurice. Kathleen in Albuquerque. Fred in Silver Spring. Luda in Victoria. Anne and Fraser in Macon, Georgia. Storm always here. And Jamie in Victoria. Carol and Anne in Blacksburg, Virginia. And Anne in New York City. Hoda, so good to see you. And Sarah in Washington. Also some deep history with alternate roots. Nancy and her beautiful cow. We always love to see that cow. Amanda and Miles in Michigan. Bonnie in Boise and Julie in Atlanta. Phil in Devon. Now I know how to pronounce your town.